Like Mumakil, not regular sized elephants. Did I mention I fucking hate Google, you greedy fucking piece of shit? And I hope you do buy YouTube, and I hope you get broken up by every antitrust law ever written, which would be great if somebody actually enforced them. Oh, and anybody watching this, hey, why don't you do something about that? Whatever you have a problem with in the world, why don't you do something about it? Hey, I'm going to do something, but hey, I'm telling you to do something, so that's something. Close that. Hell yeah, what's up, girl? This girl is my type, baby. No. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna do all the breaking pot shit, and then I'm better than nothing. You should know that this game's a little bit hard by how many medicinal herbs I just got for free. Although I've seen plenty of games that aren't... Where's he going? Yeah, well, I'm gonna do all the other pot shit later. I didn't hear that. Hallelujah. So, this would be Dragon Quest V, and of course there are 10. I believe there's 1 and 2 were released on GBC, Game Boy Color. You know, otherwise it's hard to remember. Dragon Quest 3 was released on Game Boy Color. There's plenty of versions of 3. There's only like 100 million versions of 3, but it's only one, maybe DS. Okay, 4 was on DS for sure. 5 was on DS for sure, and I mean in the US. Of course, these weren't originally released on the DS. It was 1 through 4 on DS, 5 and 6 on Super Nintendo. I mean on NES. 1 through 4 on NES, 5 and 6 on Super Nintendo, 7 on PlayStation 1, 8 on PlayStation 2, 9 on Nintendo DS, 10 on Wii and Wii U, so far. But anyways, in America it was, you know, 1 and 2 and 3 on Game Boy Color, and also on Nintendo. But good luck finding. Well, Dragon Warrior is not so hard to find, but the other ones are. I wouldn't know. Okay. So 1 through 4 were released in the U.S. on the Nintendo, on the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, the old gray blocky thing. But 1, 2, and 1 and 2 were released together on Game Boy Color in America. 3 on Game Boy Color. Okay. 4 on Nintendo DS re-release. 5 on Nintendo DS. 6 on Nintendo DS. 7 was released as Dragon Warrior 7 in the U.S. Okay. But it's apparently being re-released as Dragon Quest 7 on 3DS, but I think it's already out in Japan, but an announcement for America has yet to happen, or maybe it has. I don't know. I've been out of touch, but look into it, okay? If you have a 3DS, look into getting it, because I would cop that shit immediately. They fixed Dragon Warrior 7 has this problem with shards, like they're fucking hard as hell to find, and you need to find them. They're required to find them. You can't. They're not missables. You can go through the whole game and still go back and get them, but they are quite difficult to find. But now it has like this thing. You walk into the room and it goes ding. There's a shard in here somewhere. Go look for it. Apparently that's all I know about it. There's only change that needed to be made, and it was apparently they fixed it. 7 also has some cool shit where like you can't grind too much, because there's like I believe you can level up, but your job level is capped in certain areas. I hate grinding, and I hate people that grind to death and make the game too easy. But you know, every now and then a game, you know, has to say, "Look, you retard." The experience point system is not to make the game easier. It's supposed to make you feel more powerful as the enemies get more powerful. Always see, as a game designer, you got to remember they're always looking for every little advantage they can squeeze. No matter if even if the game is easy as hell, they still want every little advantage they can get. Okay. They don't realize that the challenge is what makes it fun. So they're not trying to make it harder, although occasionally some people will put house rules on it, like the Nuzlocke in Pokemon, but they ain't gonna help now. Even then, they're still gonna do other things to make it easier. Oh, IVs! I want 31 IVs in all my Pokemon. That's how I'm gonna win online, not with strategy and timing. I'm gonna harvest eggs for 70 years until I get one that has 31 IVs and all its stats, even stats I'm not even gonna use. I don't even have any special moves, but I want 31 IVs and all the moves. Come on, man. But as a game designer, the determinant system and the individual values in Pokemon was not supposed to be so that one Pokemon is stronger than the other, so that they were all different. But as a game designer, you just always have to. You can't anticipate everything in anything in life. But just remember, just play the game normally. Role play if you can't prevent yourself from just making a million iron knives in Skyrim, why don't you role play and be like, well, my character's not gonna sit here for days and make iron knives for no fucking reason, unless he's trying to get good at smithing, so he's gonna make different stuff to actually. I'm not gonna make just iron knives. I want to learn how to work with elven material. End users are all the same. End users are the type of people that would think Final Fantasy is better than Dragon Quest. Anyways, so 7 on 3DS supposedly, 8 on PS2. I seriously doubt there'll be a remake of that anytime soon. But if it were, it would be on, like, I don't know, Vita or PS3 or Wii U or 3DS or whatever. It'd be on a Sony or a Nintendo system. I'd be blasted away if it was remade on a Microsoft system. Because they want to sell Dragon Quest games in Japan. Microsoft, not the way to go. And then Dragon Quest 9 was on the Nintendo DS. Strangely, originally released on Nintendo DS. 8 on PS2. 9 was originally released on the DS. That was actually a really big deal when it happened, but it actually ended up being 9 is awesome. 9 is amazing. 9 is amazing. Okay, and it's got a short story, and you should probably go back in time to where the multiplayer was supported. But as usual, they cut off the multiplayer before its time. It's still worth playing. I've never even played the fucking multiplayer. I still play that fucking game. Just dungeon crawling forever. Because they have these grottos, like an unlimited, like randomly generated. They're not randomly generated, but they were randomly generated, and then the seeds from those random generations were like put into the game. There's only like a bajillion million of them, but they've been pre-randomly generated. It's not generated as you get the little grotto map. Point is, 9 is baller as fuck, and leveling up all the different classes and everything is going to take you a lifetime, and it's worth it because it's fun as all fuck. Okay. And 10, frankly, as much as I would love to have 10 released in the US, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. So I told you that story to tell you this story. I hope you enjoyed the opening, the intro to Dragon Quest V. We're definitely going to get back to this, but it had enough of the flavor of Dragon Quest without any of the release. You didn't get any release yet, guys. You're like, ooh, that was awesome. Well, you're retarded, but ooh, that was awesome. And I'm just gonna do a little plug because this is going on the YouTube, I think. Enjoy. Oh shit, I missed my window. Wait, hold up. Still doing it. There we go. Now that the highlight is over, essentially. Cut. All right. So roll sound. All right. So anyways, I know somebody's still here.